Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It's Thursday, August 30th. I have some very positive news on the crypto front as well as specifically on the Ripple XRP front. But first, let's take a look at the market here. We saw a bit of a small correction. As you recall, over the past few days, we've been watching the market. We're seeing a pump where Bitcoin was over $7,000, Ethereum back over 290, Ripple XRP over 34 cents. Well, there's a bit of a correction here, just around 2% or so. And like I said, we want to make sure that this is not a bull trap and this is actually the start of maybe some sort of recovery and moving into a a bull market. And I think what we're seeing though, if it is a start of a bull market, is a slow, steady growth, which I think is a good thing, because we don't want an overnight pump where you can have a massive correction overnight as well. If you have a slow, steady growth, you're more likely to have more sustainability and having the market grow more organically, so to speak, where things slow and steadily rise. So we see the prices rise for both Bitcoin and the altcoins. So let's keep an eye on it. Like I said, could be a bull trap. Let's see how far this correction, this pullback goes. Right now, it's around the 2% mark. So looks like a solid correction. Not too big, very minor, and which is a good sign. So just want to give you guys a quick update on that. Now, specifically with Ripple XRP, we saw a few cryptocurrency exchanges list XRP with fiat pairing. The first is CoinSpot, which is an Australian cryptocurrency exchange. They tweeted here today, yesterday, we've dropped our fees to 0.1% on all market orders effective immediately. Welcome to the lowest trading fees in Australia. To celebrate this occasion, we've just added an XRP Australian dollar market. Happy trading. So great news. As mentioned, this is a cryptocurrency exchange in Melbourne, Australia. Here's what their website looks like. So great sign. More exchanges adding XRP and as well as adding fiat pairing. And we're seeing some exchanges added as a base currency. So great sign as for the listing and adoption and presence of XRP. And this is good because with the next bull run, it gives more people options, the ability to easily buy XRP. The next is Alteum. I hope I pronounced it correctly. They tweeted today, new listing. Ripple XRP has been listed in Alteum X exchange with XRP, Bitcoin, XRP ETH, and XRP MXN. Let's try to say that 3 times fast. Markets open for trading. So great sign. And positive news all around. They are located in Latin America. So I'm assuming MXN, and let me just double check what that is, to USD. That is specifically Mexican Peso. I should know that. So it's the Mexican Peso pairing. So do you guys see what's happening here? More exchanges around the globe listing XRP with fiat pairing and as well as a base currency. Now, these in particular are listing it with fiat pairing as well as pairing with Bitcoin and Ethereum. So great sign, and keep holding on to your XRP. So on the Ripple front, Ripple released a new video today, and it's targeted to small and medium enterprise payments. So small and medium businesses. And this is smart because Ripple, we know, goes after the big banks, the financial institutions, the giants in the world, like your Santander Bank, your Bank of America, Western Union, MoneyGram, and so forth. But if you're going to get the folks at the top, you also want to get the folks in the middle of the market, right? Those small to medium-sized businesses. So they're building a marketing campaign to target those folks. Now, as I've stated in the past and being fully transparent, some banks will use XRapid, some will use XCurrent. Not every bank will use XRapid, but that's okay. We don't need every bank to use XRapid. We just need those who are transferring the trillions and millions and billions of dollars globally for cross-border payments in markets that those corridors that have high remittances, right? And a big market would be USD to pesos, the pesos, right? To United States to Mexico. So great sign here. Ripple's marketing its folks. And what we saw is that Coil, which is a launched by Stephen Thomas, the former CTO of Ripple, who started Coil to improve micropayments across the web. So Ripple's targeting each tier, which is very smart, looking to dominate the market. And because XRP is such an efficient, fast, and scalable solution, it can be used in all three tiers, so to speak, very seamlessly and easily. So great sign. If you're holding XRP, continue to hold. I'm not going to play this video. You guys can take a look at it. It is on the Ripple YouTube channel here. So guys, you can go take a look at that and check it out. And if you recall yesterday, I mentioned that the Binance CEO went and tweeted and then deleted his tweet about a bull run. They're saying the next big bull run will be big. Someone called him out on it, and he did confess to it. He said, I did, saying that he did tweet it. It was spreading too quickly, and some overread it into it as a sign / hint / speculation. So I took it off. I am always bullish, and I think we are in a bull market. I look at the week chart and hodl for years. So he's saying he believes we're in a bull market. Obviously, the market, we're seeing a pump. So this could be a start of a bull run. Who knows? I don't think anyone can accurately predict the future. So, but if someone like the Binance CEO is saying this could be a good sign, because he moves in different circles. He's in connection with different people. He hears things that we don't hear as investors and in the general public. And of course, he's seeing actual data coming through from his own exchange. So good sign. I can't say that we can promise there's a bull run starting now, but hey, no one can be certain. We look at the probabilities, and it could be a good probability that we are looking at the start of a bull run. Now, moving ahead, Propy. Remember I told you guys I decided to invest in Propy, and you should do your own research. This is not financial advice. But Propy is another company that is disrupting the... actually, let me back up a bit. Propy is a company or a project that has real use case in the world. It's disrupting the real estate industry, and they just got blockchain land title registry records in Vermont. They got the governor's approval. So I'm always on the lookout for real projects that have real use cases or disrupting real markets, not just, oh, here's my white paper. Everyone has a white paper. Do you have a working product? Is it going to solve a real world problem? This Propy improves the real estate process, cutting down time and efforts and resources by getting everyone on the blockchain and making things seamless, that you can buy a house within a day without having to go to a title person and this person and that person. It brings it all together. So if you guys have ever visited the Propy website, they list properties that are being sold, and obviously that you can use cryptocurrencies to pay for it. And if you recall, a few months ago, they decided to accept XRP as a payment, one of the payment currencies. So great news for Propy. And like I said, I'm currently holding that. Now, some news on Stellar. You guys know I currently hold Stellar Lumens in my portfolio. It is obviously a competitor of Ripple. It is a fork of the Ripple blockchain, being headed up by Jeb McCaleb, who was once one of the founders of Ripple, working at Ripple, but due to differences, he decided to leave. Well, you know, they have been partnered with IBM. This has been news for like over a year now. And it looks like IBM published here that they are going to be getting into the cross-border payments market, and they're going to be using the Stellar protocol. No details on if they're going to be actually using Stellar Lumens, the token, like how Ripple is using XRP in the XRapid protocol. So we have to wait and see. I think that they are not at the same level as what Ripple is doing. Ripple is working with major banks, credit card companies like American Express, Santander Bank, money transfer companies, payment service providers like MoneyGram, Western Union. So it's not at the same level, but keep in mind, and I want you to to give you an idea, it's okay for IBM and Stellar to come into the market and be a competitor of Ripple. I think Ripple's way ahead because they have they're working with central banks and so forth, right? IBM obviously has its network of banks that it personally works with, but we have no details on which banks are going to be actually using this. But we know who's going to be working with Ripple for the most part, right? We have actual public data. So I think Ripple has a head start and is way ahead in disrupting the cross-border payment market. Now, those of you may be like, oh my gosh, should we worry about this? No, like I said, Ripple has a head start. Also, keep in mind that, now I lost my train of thought here. Okay, as an example, in the search engine market, guess what? There's Google, there's Bing, and there's Yahoo. There's 3 competitors. There's even AOL and Ask.com. There's a lot of smaller search engines out there, but Google owns the majority market share, right? And then you have Bing, and then you have Yahoo. They still exist. They're still able to run as a business. And if I was to do an analogy and liken these companies, I would put Ripple as Google. IBM right now would be maybe Yahoo, and Swift. And Swift, I mean, depending on what they're working on, they could be Bing. But I know for sure Ripple is Google because of all the information we know about which banks, who's piloting, the amount of partnerships they said they're signing up, like 2 per week now. And they have massive institutions working with them. So just want to let you guys know, I currently hold Stellar Lumens, but not a lot. I hold a lot of Ripple XRP. I'm most bullish on that because look at where Stellar is. The only partner they have is IBM, and we don't know which banks. But at least we know with Ripple which banks. We know the variety of clients they have. We know they're working with central banks. They have been on the record. We know when the banks will go live with it. Brad Garlinghouse has said end of year. We don't know when the banks will be using or if they will be using the IBM Blockchain World Wire. So we have to let things play out. But I do know what Ripple is doing because they've been very transparent in who their partners are, who's piloting, what's going on. So I wanted to share that news with you guys. I am holding Stellar Lumens in full transparency, so this is a good sign. But like I said, I'm most bullish on Ripple XRP because it is the leader in the space and disrupting the market. And I know the brand names, the household names which are working with Ripple, and I think they have a way big head start ahead of IBM and Stellar. But like I said, you could just like in a search engine market, there's a Google, there's a Yahoo, there's a Bing. In this cross-border payment disruption, there could be a Ripple, a IBM, and Stellar, and there could still be Swift, right? But one is going to rule the market, and I believe that's Ripple, in my opinion. So anyway, guys, what do you think about this news? CoinSpot and Alteum, I hope I pronounced it correctly, both listing XRP with fiat pairing. We also have Ripple targeting small and medium-sized enterprise businesses, which is a great sign, capturing each tier, so to speak, of payments, micropayments with Coil, small and medium-sized enterprises, massive enterprise, big enterprise companies, and banks and financial institutions. So great sign there. The CEO of Binance owning up to deleting that tweet. He tweeted about the bull run. You guys saw my video yesterday on that. Propy getting approval by the Vermont governor, and IBM Stellar looking to launch their own product, so to speak, to disrupt cross-border payments. But I don't know if they're actually going to use Stellar Lumens, so we have to wait and see. We know that with Ripple, they're actually going to use XRP and the XRapid protocol. So let's wait and see. Anyway, what do you guys think about this news? Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Don't forget to also share this with your family and friends to help have folks educated about cryptocurrencies if they're looking to invest. And, you know, I like to take a factual, logical, reasonable approach, no over speculation. We look at facts. I show you sources. So that's the approach here. So thank you guys for your support.